I am really starting to wonder if the smartphones, are these things bad for me? They hold incredible potential. You can do so much with it, but what do I get done with it? And that is where my concern lies. It's almost like a narcotic, like it has a sedating effect. It is easy to get lost scrolling. It is stimulating both your mind and your, you know, motor skills in a very simple way, though. Like it reminds me of finger painting almost. In fact, I have compared it to finger painting on numerous occasions because I think they're so similar. And I'm really starting to wonder if I should try giving my phone up for 30 days. Like, only use it for audiobooks and uploading videos, no watching videos, uh, no surfing the internet, possibly for research, but never anything like uncontrolled. Uh, it's too tempting. I get lost in it so easily, and it's set up to do that. All of it is set up to like suck your attention away, and I'm really starting to believe it might be very unhealthy. Like, I, I don't know. There's, I'm already very guarded about what I let into my mind, and I think other people should be too. You should be very concerned about what is going into your head because that is literally shaping your reality. Like the world that you see is made up by all the media you consume. All of that stuff goes so much into shaping what we expect from reality. Uh, it is why shows like Law and Order, SVU, and Criminal Minds, and all these horror shows that go on that they run 24-hour marathons on, like it sets up somebody's mind to believe that there's terrible people around every corner. And don't get me wrong, the world can be a very dangerous place, and you should be suspicious and guarded about it. But uh, the the scale is still off. It outsizes how much happens, at least in the brain. And furthermore, I've noticed people will do a thing, and I'm certain I must do it too, that they'll tell me about a crime that happened and it's an episode of Law and Order, but they don't remember that it's an episode of Law and Order because they saw it 15 years ago. So to them, it is an event that happened. They can recall this story, but they can't recall where they heard it. So now that's an event that actually happened. I am extremely concerned about that, and I know how easy it is to manipulate memory. It's I ran this test. It's gonna be over a decade ago now, but I wanted to see if I could implant myself into other people's memories. So what I did is I went on this message board for like classmates, and I picked a year from college, and one that happened to have a particularly active like message board system. And from what I gathered, this one year there were these three parties that all the people talked about, and I had read like 30 different accounts of this three different parties. And so I started interacting with the people on this message board, and I started slowly working myself in. You know, I went to that school. Do you guys remember me? And I started describing events at the party, but now I was placing myself in them. And within a couple weeks, I had implanted myself into those people's memories, and they were now telling the story as if I was there. And I was like, wow, this is this is uncomfortable, because it was so smooth. It's like the brain was meant to do it almost. But the phone and me, it's doing that to me all the time. It must be. And I, like I said, I'm very guarded about what I let into my head. I'm very careful about the stuff I watch. Uh, and even then, my natural, the things I'm naturally drawn to, are things like true crime, dealing with very violent and disturbed things. And my mind is just naturally, it will just let that stuff in if I don't if I don't cut it off. It has to be forced, because that is, a comfort zone, as they say. If you are from a disturbed background, that stuff is just natural to you. It is a state of normalcy, like that state of fear and panic. Uh, there's a comfort in it, and you gotta guard against it if you know what I'm talking about. It's not something that comes naturally. It is very natural to be in that upsetting stuff. Anyway, I'm losing my way, which happens quite often. The phone and me. I really think I have to give it up for 30 days, and I'll only listen to audiobooks on a phone that's not connected to the internet, and to upload videos. But other than that, like, no personal phone use. I think that's what I have to do, and then I can describe the changes as they happen, if they happen. Like I said, I'm a pretty freaky guy to begin with. I think that's all.